Hi, friends. I wanted to come to you today to show you how you can wake your body up in the morning when you get out of bed or shortly after, just with a little bit of movement. And you don't even have to get up out of your bed, although I would recommend that because it's a typically soft surface, even if you have a firm mattress. But even after you get up, just sitting down if you want and doing some what I call creative movement and linking your breath and your movement. Now, I was reading a book a couple of years ago. Don't remember the name of it. It was authored by a doctor, a medical doctor in her 90s, I think, and Whoopi Goldberg, actually. And it was about how to age in a healthy way. And this doctor was talking about as we get older, our bones change. And when we wake up in the morning to put our legs on the edge of the bed, the side of the bed, and just to start to stretch, extend the legs, maybe bring your arms over your head, take a big inhale, exhale, bring the arms down. Just find some movement before you actually put your feet on the floor. What I want to show you today is a little breath movement activity that you can do after you get up in the morning, and you can do it from a chair. So if you have mobility issues, it's a really beautiful way to just bring some energy and some breath into your body and just to move. So I'm just going to play around here. If you were just sitting down, even on the floor or in a chair, I'm sitting in easy pose. That's what you call this pose. But you may just be sitting in a chair with your feet down. So here's what we do, or here's what I'm going to show you. You may just be sitting there and you start out by taking a big inhale, bringing the arms up over your head, palms together. And I want you to look at my arms. So you notice how close my arms are to my ears. Now, when I'm in class, I look at shoulders that look like this or that look like this. It could be a number of things because we all have different shoulders. We have different bodies. So if it is too uncomfortable for you to bring your arms from what I call the outside in, as if somebody were gently pressing on your triceps here, you draw them in. If that causes pain or discomfort, just keep them out a little bit because the yoga is going to benefit you when you are not trying to override your body. When you're trying to go to a place your body doesn't want to go, that's not going to benefit you. I believe in challenging ourselves, but we're just talking about waking up here. So, simple little routine. First of all, bring your attention to the base of your spine and just start to add some length to your spine. Watch this. You see how I'm just growing a little bit? And when you lengthen the spine, your thighs will naturally lift a little bit. Your core will start to engage, even though we need to be proactive at engaging our core. And so I'm going to start out with my palms up. I'm going to inhale, lift my arms, bring the palms together, and you notice where my arms are. They're touching the side of my head. I would say most of my students can't do that. I'm just really flexible. I'm fortunate. So the palms are together. My spine is about as tall as I can get it. And I'm just going to take my gaze straight ahead and just feel my body. And now I'm going to lace my fingers together, except for the index fingers, which are pointing straight up to the sky. And on my next exhale, I'm going to take a stretch to my right as I take my gaze up to the left. So I'm stretching the left side of my body. Ideally, you hold these for about 4 breaths. Bring it back to center. Maybe lift the heart. I always say this is where we just let God give us whatever it is He wants to put into our hearts. Bring the gaze back straight. And then take that stretch to the left, taking the gaze up to the right. And this time we're stretching out the right side of our bodies. Bring it back to center. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, draw the core back. And now take the gaze forward, and let's do that one more time. Take that stretch to the right, keeping the palms together as best as you can. with the index fingers together, pointing over to the right, and then bringing it back to center. Once again, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze, and now bringing the gaze back to center, taking the stretch to the left with your gaze up to the right. Now, see, right now I can feel this in my shoulders. I don't have any shoulder issues, but someone who does, this may pull on that a bit, so you have to be careful. And then we're just going to unfurl this and very gently float those arms down. Just gently press into the mat, nothing hard. Maybe spread your fingers wide. Just take a few breaths. And then on your inhale, sweep it back up. Again, palms facing inward this time, keeping that spine nice and tall, keeping the core engaged. Again, holding for about 4 breaths. And then I'm going to bring my right hand down to the mat, and I'm going to lift, or reach rather, my left arm over my left ear. And my gaze can be down to the right. It can be up to the right. I like to take it down to the right. And on the inhale, coming back to center, bringing the left hand down, and now reaching over the right ear with the right arm. You can keep the gaze forward. You can take the gaze down to the left as you reach over to the left. And then on the inhale, bringing it back to center. Again, palms facing inward. Just feel this. I like to do body awareness, so I often just tell my students to close their eyes. Just feel their bodies. Feel their spines nice and tall. Feel their thighs lifted. Feel the core engaged. And now opening the eyes, we're going to take a twist to the right. So the head moves with the torso. So twisting to the right, my left hand is coming down on my right knee. My right hand is rooted on the mat behind my right buttock. And I am going to take my gaze over my right shoulder. I'm going to try to keep my spine as tall as I can in this twist. It's a spinal twist, which is good not only for our spine, but also our digestive system. So just breathing, just gazing over to the right. And on my next inhale, I'm going to sweep these arms out, up as I bring it back to center, and then take the twist to the left. This time my right hand is on my left knee, the left hand is behind my left buttock, and my gaze is over my left shoulder. Again, trying to keep a nice tall spine. And one way I do that is just by pressing a little more into the mat behind me. And if you want to try to twist a little more, just put some gentle pressure with your right hand against your left thigh. And you'll find that you twist a little bit more. And on the inhale, sweep it out. Bring it back to center, palms together. Exhale. Bring your hands down to heart center, and then release the hands to the knees. So one final flow, it's a seated cat-cow. So you may know cat-cow being on all fours, your hands, your knees. We're going to do seated cat-cow. So hands on the knees, nice tall spine, engaged core. The gaze is straight ahead. And on our inhale, we lift our gaze, we lift our heart, keep the mouth closed. You can do this for 4 breaths. And then on your exhale, draw your navel back toward your spine as you round your back. Gently drop the chin, taking the gaze below in seated cat. And again, on the inhale, growing the spine tall, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze, breathing deeply, and exhale, draw the navel back, round the spine, gently drop the chin, and take the gaze below in seated cat. And on your inhale, bring it back into a nice tall spine. One more time, lift the arms, bring the palms together, take your gaze up to the heavens, just offer a prayer to God in the silence of your heart, or maybe an intention for the day. And then bring the gaze back straight ahead, float those arms down. And just doing that little movement infused me with breath. It gave me some movement, and I have a lot of energy. So I am actually in 30 minutes getting ready to head up to my church to do a 5K. I do the annual Haiti 5K. I walk it, I power walk it every year. It supports our teacher-to-teacher program in Haiti. And one thing I have noticed over the years is that a lot of people get out of breath. Now, yes, part of that is they are not in shape. But I think an even bigger part is people do not know how to breathe. And so if you really want to tap into your breath, come to one of my yoga classes. Come to Holy Yoga at the Cove at 10 a.m. on Thursdays if you live in my neck of the woods. Come to the ARE on Wednesdays at 10:30. I had to think. I teach one Saturday out of the month at Shine. I sub here and there. I also offer private yoga. Learn how to breathe. Learn how to breathe. Pranayama, breath control. And then find that movement in the morning. I mean, don't just roll out of bed and get the coffee. Find some movement. Tap into your breath. Find some gentle movement. Set an intention. Say a prayer. Offer God something. And I promise you, you are going to feel so much better. And you know what? This always happens to me. When I do these longer videos, and if you see food in my teeth, I make no apologies. I've been eating trail mix so I can be ready for this 5K. And so I need to go brush and floss and water pick. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Just find a little movement. Find some breath work. If you need some guidance, I'm there for you online or in person. You know how to reach me. I hope you have a great one. Bye.